Hey everyone, I'm Grumpus. Thanks for tuning in to Grumpus on Fire. Well, it's a beautiful morning in Texas. It's a perfect day to celebrate. Because of y'all, I hit 3,000 subscribers last week. So in honor of this special occasion, I'm going to cook us up a brisket, put a little twist on it. So I hope you all stick around and I'll show you what I'm doing. Today I'm going to try some SuckleBusters 1836 beef rub. First time I've tried this, so we'll give it a shot. And for a binder, I'm going to try some horseradish mustard. Today I got a choice brisket, 10 1/4 pounds. Let's go ahead and get this trimmed up real quick and get it on the heat. See if I can get this done one-handed today. Y'all seen me trim briskets before, so I'm going to speed through this pretty quick. You're not going to overdo it. Press that in real good. Well, for today's cook, I'm using some mesquite wood. You've got to be very careful with mesquite. It can over-smoke, overpower your meat real easy if you're not careful. But the Lone Star Grill has pretty good airflow. I have not tried any mesquite since I bought it. That's what we're using today. I'm looking at the stacks. The smoke is very, very clean. You can barely see it. So I hope this works out because I've got a whole quart of this stuff. Even my little buddy's trying to figure out what that new smell is. Check it out. This mesquite is burning so clean. Check out them stacks. That's what 2 or 3 years of seasoning will get you. Well, folks, as usually happens on these long cooks, it gives me too much time to sit and think about stuff. So I want to point out over here on the left side, I've got I'm running at 290, and over here on the right side we are at 270, and up at the top we're about 260. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do, just as an experiment, to get this side over here cooled off a little bit, I think I'm going to move the water pan over. Let's just try that, see how it works, because I got the flat over here on the hottest side. I should have turned that meat around, but I don't want to turn around now and mess up on my bark. So let's just pull our water pan over here. Not only will this give us a little extra mass to absorb some heat, let's see if it changes our airflow any. I'd be curious to find out if we cool off over here and it's maybe getting that pan out of the way on the right side, that air is going to come up here more. So let's just let this ride and see what happens. Sometimes it's dangerous when I have too much time on my hands. Well, after I moved that water pan, I gave the firebox a good poke. It's been about 20 minutes since we moved the water pan, and let me show you the results. Over here on the right side, we are at just a skosh, maybe 255. Over here on the left side, look at here, we were at 250. Remember the difference we had before. Of course, up here on top, we're still riding in around 225, maybe a little under. So by moving that water pan, we've demonstrated that the airflow inside the chamber can be affected by what you put in it and where you place it. For example, let's say you're doing a brisket cook for tomorrow and decide to throw a slab of ribs on for supper tonight. That slab of ribs, depending on where you put it, it's going to act like an airplane wing, which is going to affect the turbulence going through this chamber, and it could very well affect the cook on your brisket. So that's just something to keep in mind. Move things around. Don't be afraid to shift things. You may put a piece of meat on a spot that's hot thinking it'll cook quicker, and it could actually deflect that air around and make your other meats cook faster. So just try to visualize the air moving around inside this chamber, and when you put things in there, try to visualize how things are moving and how that's affecting everything downstream. Anyway, I just thought you'd find that interesting, and I wanted to try it. I had nothing else to do, and this was a perfect opportunity to make a demonstration and show that it worked. It has been 4 hours and 3 minutes. Let's check the progress. Let's see, that looks pretty good. Nice color. See, we got a little grease, but we don't have any rub coming off on our fingers, so we're going to go ahead and spritz it. Keep a close eye on this. It's finishing up pretty quick. This is apple cider vinegar and water. I was going to wrap this, but it's looking so nice, I may just let it ride. We're going old school today. We're just going off of looks, feel, and temperature. If you notice, I haven't done any probes this time. The reason being is my last cook, I nearly burnt my briskets up. And I had 2 of these probes that went bad. I checked them, and one of them was 90 degrees wrong. The other one was 45 degrees wrong. So we're not using any probes today. We're going to go old school. Looks like we're doing better that way. So we'll come back. I'm going to give that about another 45 minutes. I'm going to check it again. So my suggestion would be, from now on, this point going forward, I'm going to check these probes in boiling water about twice a year to make sure they're still good. Because it'd be a shame to burn up a $100 brisket because you got a bad probe. Okay, we're at the 5 hour, 3 minute mark. Let's see how we're looking. First thing I want to do is check the temperature. 202 at the flat. 195. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this so the flat doesn't dry out. Let's go ahead and give it a good spritz. Tell you what, our intention today was not hot and fast, but that appears to be the way we're going. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. We'll put it back on and let it go about another 30 minutes. Go ahead and give it another spritz. I'm going to really spritz the crap out of this because I want to retain some moisture in this pouch. thing, I got 2 pieces of foil. We'll let that go about another 30 minutes. All right, folks, we're at 7 hours and 7 minutes. This thing should be done. Pull this thing out a little bit. Let's check it. Oh yeah, just the weight of the thermal pins going in. No doubt about it, we're done. Let's get this thing pulled. We're gonna let this thing rest for an hour or so, and then we'll cut her open, see how we did. Well, we've rested 2 hours. Let's see how we did. Wow, look at that beauty. Let's see if I can get it out of here. Get our cutting board over here. Look at that jiggle. My goodness, that looks nice. Well, I guess we need to cut into it, see how we did. I'll tell you what, I'm just going to cut across the middle. This is a small brisket. Wow, that thing finished up nice. Alrighty, there we go. And let's see if we can get us a nice slice out of this. Look at that. Wow, look at that. I really don't want to squeeze it, but that is so nice. Try another slice of that. Under here. There we go. Look at that. We are definitely going to eat good tonight. Well, I don't want to cut this whole thing up and dry it all out until we're ready to serve it. But I think you can see we are plenty moist. Wow, now that's some good brisket. Tell you what, I was a little concerned about the mesquite smoke. That's nice. That's very, very nice. Kind of reminds me of West Texas. We got plenty of airflow through the Lone Star Grill. Plus, you get your wood good and seasoned. You don't have to worry about the smoke so much. I would definitely do this again. Very, very pleased with the turnout. Like I said before, I've got a whole quarter of this stuff, so I didn't want to have to give it away. But this is a very, very, very nice brisket. And let's not forget the SuckleBusters seasoning. That was very, very nice seasoning. I'll definitely be trying that again. So we've tried a few little things a little bit different today. I hope we've all learned something out of all this. Total cook time was a little over 7 hours. Like I said, it was only a 10-pound brisket, so it was kind of running hot and fast. I didn't plan on that, but that's just the way things turned out. Very good piece of meat. Like I've said before, every animal is different. Every brisket is going to be different. You just kind of have to figure it out and go with it. I'd like to take a moment to give all my loyal viewers a personal thank you. Some of you guys have been with me from the very beginning. I don't want to mention names. I'll for sure forget somebody. But you know who you are, and I know who you are, and I really, really appreciate you hanging in there with me all this time. 3K is a big goal for me. I've been reaching for that number for a little over a year now. And with your support, you got me here. If you're a new viewer, or you just stumbled across here and this is your first time, welcome. I would encourage you to stick around and see what I got coming up down the road. So if you like what I did today, give me a thumbs up. And if you hadn't subscribed yet, why not? I'd sure appreciate it if you want to do that. So I really appreciate y'all tuning in to Crumpus on Fire. I'm Crumpus, and I'll see y'all down the road.